Welcome to episode 2 of The Menu. I'm Taryn Williams, and I want to thank you all for checking out the first episode of The Menu. I really do appreciate it. And if you haven't seen it, don't worry. I'm going to make a YouTube playlist of all the Menu episodes when I actually get to them and video record them and edit them and upload them. But never mind all that. So that will all be on YouTube eventually. I also have my first outtake videos from episode 1, so go ahead and check that out as well. It's only a minute, so it's only a minute of your time that you're wasting. I appreciate you wasting it on something that I created. So, sit back and relax. Of course, we're going to get into the origin story, and then we're going to get into the ingredients and the cooking and all that good stuff. So, before we get into all of that, I have one thing I have to say.
Autobots, roll out!
According to the Food Lover's Companion, 4th edition, the name hamburger comes from the town of Hamburg, Germany, where it's thought that 19th century sailors brought back the idea of raw shredded beef, known today as beef tartare, after trading with the Baltic provinces of Russia. Hamburgers, as we all know, are flavored with various spices and herbs. Also, you can top your burger with a number of condiments, veggies as well. But also, the biggest transformation of your hamburger is putting a piece of cheese on it, and then it will become a cheeseburger. Very original. So, I can't talk about hamburgers or cheeseburgers without its golden brown, starchy, potato tag team partner, which is French fries. So, also according to the Food Lover's Companion 4th edition, French fries are potatoes that have been cut into thick or thin strips, soaked in cold water, blotted dry, then deep fried until crisp and golden brown. In France, they are called pompes and chips. In Britain, fish and chips. However, the origin of the name doesn't come from it being French, but because the potatoes are Frenched, meaning cut in lengthwise strips. Okay, welcome back. So now we're going to get into the ingredients. So first I have my ground beef, which is going to be 80-20, which is 80% lean, 20% fat. And if you don't know, ground beef comes in a lot of different variations. You have 80-20, which you see here. You also have like 90-10, 95-5, 73-27, 85-15. So there's a lot of different variations of ground beef. Excuse me. But for my family, what we use 80-20 a lot, and it works really well. So it doesn't dry out too much, it's not too fatty. So you also have onion powder, garlic salt, which is one of my favorite seasonings, which is why I've used it in 2 videos so far. Lowry seasoning salt, which is a household favorite and a classic. Pure ground black pepper. I also have Kraft sharp cheddar cheese in the bag. I also have some hamburger buns, and of course, some Idaho white potatoes. So if you see, I'm cooking 2 different things, but I only have 4 seasonings. It's because I'm going to alternate one thing between the 2 of them. So my fries are going to get the garlic salt, the onion powder, and the black pepper, while the cheeseburger is going to get the seasoning salt, onion powder, and the black pepper. And I use a lot of these seasonings for a lot of other things as well. So the seasonings might not change that much throughout the videos. So now we got into the ingredients. We're going to get into mixing them together and then finally into the cooking process. So sit back and I'll be right back. Okay, so welcome back. Now we're going to get into mixing the ingredients. I already have my ground beef in a bowl, but I haven't seasoned it quite yet because I'm going to do my fries first. So I've actually already have my potatoes peeled, as you can see. They're already peeled. I actually leave a little bit of the skin on just because I like it. So what we're going to do is going to cut it in half first. Like so. And then you just want to cut it lengthwise. And then you can cut them thinner or thicker depending on your personal preference. Because cooking is all about you. So if you like thicker cut fries, feel free to make them thicker. If you like thinner fries, you can make them thinner. So and it's not a complete science. So if you make a mistake, it's okay. I'm also a big fan of potatoes. Like, it's probably one of my favorite things in the world. Well, lasagna is my favorite thing in the world, but right after lasagna, French fries are like a close second. So, the more you know.
Make sure I get some of these really big ones. So I want those too. Also, you don't want your potatoes to be too thick because they might not cook evenly. So you have thinner ones. The thinner ones will cook before the big ones cook. And you don't want that because then some are hot, some are cold. And who wants kind of hot, kind of cold fries? Nobody. And this is my last potato. So have 1, 2, 3, and then 4 and 5. And let me just cut this last big piece. Now I'm cut this one again. There we go. Okay. And so like I said before, I'm gonna season them with black pepper. My garlic salt. And then my onion powder. There we go. You just mix them with your hands. I add a little bit more garlic salt because some of the seasoning will cook off in the oil, so just add just a little bit more, not too much. Please also add some after they're done cooking if you would like. But just like I said during my omelet video, you don't want to over season because then you're screwed and you have to eat over seasoned food, which no one really wants to do. Unless you like over seasoned food for some reason. I don't know anyone that likes over seasoned food, so. Okay. And here we go. So my fries are now seasoned. I'm going to throw those to the back. And I'm going to go to my hamburger, which I have my ground beef right here. So the ground beef will get black pepper, the Lowry seasoning salt, and the onion powder. Yeah, and I'm just going to mix this all with my hands. And if you want to know if I weighed my ground beef, I did not. It kind of will be what it is. You know, a lot of places do, you know, weigh their ground beef, which makes sense, you know, for cost and for portioning and things like that. But I'm at home, so I do what I feel like. This burger could be half a pound, and who's going to judge me? Well, probably the internet, but whatever. Okay, got it all mixed in. And I'm just going to pat it out. As you can see, I am wearing rubber gloves. You know, cross-contamination is a real thing. And who really wants ground beef in their fingertips? Like, it's not a good look. This might be a pretty big burger, but I'm also a pretty big guy, so doesn't matter to me. Okay, there we have my pat out burger, nicely formed. Probably will thin it out a little bit. When you cook ground beef, it's gonna thin out some, and it will, like, you know, plump up, whatever adjective you want to use. I'm pretty sure one of those is right, but you know, you want to flatten out some. And there you go. Okay, so my fries are seasoned. My burger is now patted out and seasoned. It looks really good. I'm just going to put it off to the side. I'm going to take off one of my gloves, and then we'll get to the cooking process. Okay, so welcome back. I actually already got my fry oil already hot, and I already got my fries in. I put those on first because they can take a little bit longer to cook because, you know, they have to be deep fried. So I'm going to put my burger in a little bit later because that usually cooks a little bit faster. So I'm just going to, you know, adjust the heat. I'm going to make sure that the fry oil is at an even temperature so all the fries cook evenly. Because if the oil is too cold, the potatoes will absorb the oil and then you have oily potatoes. Who really wants oily potatoes? So I'm gonna put my eye on my other skillet. This one starts getting hot. One thing I learned is you do want to preheat your skillets because certain items, if the skillet's cold and you put it in cold, they'll stick. Like fish, for instance. So fish is really one of the things you want to preheat the skillet for, and a lot of other things. Because you want your food to be hot, the skillet's cold, the food can stick, and you have to scrape it off, then it gets stuck, and you have to redo it because it doesn't look nice. Who really wants to go through all that? So I'm gonna make sure that my skillets are hot, my fries are starting to cook nicely. You see the bubbles? And this is the same skillet I used for my omelet, so as I said in my last video, this skillet does heat up really quickly. So when it gets hot, I'll put the burger in and it'll just start cooking pretty quickly. Ah, it smells really good. I'm really hungry because I haven't eaten yet. Because, I started, I got up at like 8:20 so I could start recording. It's 12:19, so I've been up for basically 4 hours just to crank this video out. So that's my determination to get this video out, just in case you didn't realize it. Because that's what real G's do. So, been up for about 4 hours so I can crank this out. So hopefully I can get it cooked, edited, uploaded today. Fingers crossed. But a few days is because I might fall asleep later. And then, of course, I'm going to eat. So my skillet is actually getting hot. Just rotating the oil a little bit. Okay, so now I got my burger drop. You can hear the sizzle. So you want to pat your burger down a little bit. You don't want to do it too much, because if you pat it down too much, you squeeze out the juices. And you don't want that. You want it to be thin, but you don't want to get rid of the juice. So. And also, I gotta be careful with my eye, because like I said before, this skillet does heat up. I don't want my burger to be, rare, because that's not how I roll. Well, preferably, sometimes medium well if I'm feeling fancy, but that's just me. I wish you guys could smell it because it smells really good. Like, I'm extremely hungry, and I might just take the burger out early and eat it. No, I won't do that, because I don't feel like dealing with raw ground beef in my teeth. Let me give it a quick clip. Yep, see, you can see it's browning. I'm just going to thin it out a little bit more. So my goal is to actually get some more videos out a little bit sooner. Work and stuff. I was actually sick for a little while, so that kind of took away a lot of my productivity. So hopefully I can get this one out. I can get another one out. But that might change. It'll probably be like a touch and go process. I kind of see how it works. Because, life happens. And, I have to go to work. Because I have to make money. I have to pay for things. So, But I'm really excited. I'm actually having a lot of fun doing this. So, also, I will take suggestions on what I should cook next. I have kind of a recipe log kind of going, if you will. Just kind of a recipe list, so I kind of know what I want to make ahead of time. But that can all change. So, if there's something you would like me to make, let me know. Leave a comment. Tell me on Facebook if we're friends on Facebook. Don't worry, I'll put my tags. Maybe at the end of this video, I have all my tags where you can get in contact with me. I think that'd be fun to see what you guys think I should do. Just don't go crazy. Like, Karen, make a souffle. I'm gonna laugh and not do it. So, but yeah. And since it's Digital Chef Entertainment, and if you've seen the logo, that the handle of the knife is actually a video game controller, we'll do some video game discussions as well. Because I've been playing video games for, I don't know, 17 years? Something like that. Most of my life. So yeah. So we're going to do some video game discussions as well, you know. Maybe that'd be fun. You know, food, video games, why not? You know, two of my favorite things in the world, put them together and have some fun with them. So I'm just kind of patting it down some more. As you can see, it is cooking on the top. And my fries are actually browning really well as well. I said the word well way too much that last sentence, but it's all good. And don't worry, this will be a cheeseburger. I'm just letting the burger cook some more. So I don't want to put the cheese on it. Then the cheese is done. And then I bite into the burger and the burger's not cooked all the way. And then I'm like, oh. So when the burger's just about done, I will top it with cheese. So don't worry. I have my cheese ready to go. Also, I'm going to do something else before my burger is done all the way, and you'll see what that is. What I'm actually doing is I'm flipping it, just to get it on the side a little bit, just to get the edges. So if you can see the burger, it actually started out, move it over a little bit. So if you can see the burger, it actually started out, it was a lot bigger. So it's a little bit smaller, but it's more compact now. And it looks really good. And so just a little backstory about, you know, me and why I started cooking. I actually wanted to be a chef since 6th grade. And one of my teachers in 5th grade, so shout out to Miss Lebanon, you know, Londale, class 05. So shout out to her. And we were cleaning out her art room, and she had a bunch of, you know, just old cookbooks. She had a bunch of them. There's all different types of foods and from different areas and stuff like that. And it was just, you know, she gave them to me. Oh, you know, you can have these if you would like. And I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. And it's just something about it, just something about looking at the cookbooks and going through them. I just kind of was like, you know what? I really want to, you know, I can do this. I really want to be a chef. And it was kind of since that moment that I was 6th grade. I'm not 100% sure how old. Well, so it's been a while. It's been probably more than 10 years since I wanted to be a chef. So that's a little backstory of kind of why I want to be a chef. And I get a lot of the, why you want to be a chef? You know, you're so smart. You could be a lawyer. I don't really want to do that. Oh, you could do this. That's cool. Why don't you do it? So, but yeah, it's just kind of me, and I really enjoy it because I've always been creative and abstract. If you actually get a chance to talk to my mom about me building stuff at home, yeah, duct tape. I used a lot of duct tape growing up just to build stuff and put stuff together. So, yeah, I've always had more of a creative mind, and cooking gives you a chance to do that, where there's recipes, but you can kind of do your own thing. You can kind of make your own recipes as you go. Add what you like, take out what you don't like, and no one can really judge you because it's your food. So, one of my big things about cooking, and one of the things I really love about it, is how, yeah, there's, you know, how to cut something. There's technical ways of how to cut something, which is fine, but seasoning it is kind of, you know, completely up to you. You know. You know, if you want to put, you know, avocado and blue cheese and goat cheese on your, you know, on your cheeseburger, I mean, that's you. Like, who's gonna judge you? You know, people are like, oh, that sounds crazy. When you taste it, oh, that's really good, and they try to steal your idea. So it happens, and that's one thing I love about cooking, and how things are always changing. People are always trying stuff. I love trying stuff. I won't get into taco dogs right now, but maybe in a later episode I'll discuss taco dogs. But my family knows what it is, and if they watch it, they'll probably start laughing. But yeah, that was also a real thing that I did in my earlier stages of trying out shit. But I just really enjoy it. So my fries are starting to float to the top. Of course, you can tell when your fries are done because they start floating to the top. This means they're kind of getting light and airy and fluffy. They start floating to the top of the grease. They're starting to get a golden brown. My burger's looking really good. I was just squeezing it a little bit more. As you can see, it's a lot smaller than when it started. Looks a pretty nice sized burger. Just squeezing it out some more. Constantly flipping it, make sure both sides are getting done. And so before the burger gets too done, I'm going to throw in, you know, some onions. So I like grilled onions. You know, there's a certain burger joint that doesn't grill their onions. And everybody always asks me, why don't you grill your onions? I'm like, I don't know. I don't run the joint. I just enforce the rules sometimes. So, that's not a shot or anything. Okay, maybe it is. But, but yeah, I like grilled onions. My mom loves grilled onions. My family likes grilled onions. So, for my burger, I'm going to throw some grilled onions on it. And also, because my burger, make sure the heat's down really, really low. So the onions get a nice golden caramel color. I'm going to toss my cheese on top of my burger. I was supposed to buy cheese slices when I was at Target yesterday, but I completely forgot. And I was like, you know, I'm just going to use whatever we have at home. So, we have this sharp cheddar cheese at home. That'll work. Save me the money. So what I'm going to do is spread my onions out just a little bit more. Just a little bit. And I'm going to cover my skillet. So the steam, you know, the cover is going to trap the steam, so it keeps all the steam inside, and let the cheese melt. So while that's doing this thing, check my fries again. They look really good. I might take one out and put it towards the camera so you can see it. But I'm just going to make sure that they're all evenly cooked. Well, this episode is going to end up being a lot longer than my first episode. I mean, because fries take a little bit longer, burger takes a little bit longer. You know, and omelet is actually pretty quick, so the fries looking really good. I'm going to check my burger in a second. See if the cheese is melting, make sure my onions are caramelizing. I might crank the heat up just a little bit more on my fries. Okay, there we go. Let's spread them out a little bit too. See my cheeseburger. The cheese is now melting on top of the burger. And my onions are caramelizing. Oh, yeah. So I have my little tray. I'm going to take my cheeseburger out first. And I'm just going to, you know, my onions look good. Don't want them to get too dark. And then I'm going to take those out. There, I got my onions out. Cut the skillet off. And now I can just kind of focus on the fries. And they're almost done. Yeah, they're definitely almost done. Just make sure that they're all kind of brown and crispy. Well, make sure they're cooked all the way through. Yep, they're coming along. I'm going to crank the heat up just a little bit more, just for the final push. Okay, those look really good. Fries are good, so I'm going to start taking them out. Put them on my same tray that I have my cheeseburger on. My mom would be happy to get some fries. Okay, so here's my finished cheeseburger with fries, topped with grilled onions, lettuce, and tomatoes. I'll thank you all for checking out the second episode of the menu. Like and subscribe. Also, give me ideas of recipes you think I should try out next. I'll definitely look into them. Also, remember SDG, which is Slicing, Dicing, Gaming. Thank you. See you later. Now, somebody hit the music.